YouTube, what's up? JP here. So the day has finally come. We finally have power in our new mini fabrication shop. I've been wanting to bring you guys a follow-up on the JD's Garage DIY CNC plasma table. I went ahead and I installed a drain plug on mine from some scraps I had lying around. So I can actually just drain the water there. But yeah, so what we're gonna do today, we're gonna show you we designed something real quick, and we're gonna finally test this thing out without blowing a circuit breaker. So we have dedicated power to the plasma cutter on its own breaker. We have dedicated power to the machine. So we're gonna go ahead and get this video started, you guys. Okay, so we got a imported file, something I drew up here just of the JP logo. As you can see, we got it in 3 dimensions there, just so we can kind of keep track of what we're working on. We're kind of teaching ourselves CAD as we go along. So from here, you go into your manufacturing tab. And again, I'm just doing a quick overview of this. This is something you guys should have already watched the JD's Garage. They have a awesome video on how to set up your machine, how to get your G code, how to set everything up. So this is in Autodesk Fusion 360, the free trial. So what we're gonna do is to get your G code, after you set up your machine and everything here, you wanna make sure X, Y, and Z axis is on the right plane. That's very important, but again, JD's Garage goes over that already. I'm not going to reiterate it. So here you go to your post processes, and this will convert Autodesk Fusion into G code so open builds can read it. All right, so once we have open builds open, we can upload the G code. As you can see, mine is already there. So you can do a dry run with this, which is probably what I'm going to do just to make sure everything's working properly. I don't have the machine on, so without the plasma cutter on, we can just hit run job. So you'll have to mess around with your settings. I have my max speed set to 1600 on the X and Y axis. Again, if you're using the Z axis, it'll self-probe and touch off for itself. Obviously that was sped up for you guys. It should return back to its home position there. It'll be 15 millimeters out on the Z axis, so because it raises itself. So to get it back to, after your test cut, you're just gonna go here, go back to 0.00. And something to note for you guys that you want to make sure that your 0 is the 1.5 millimeters above. So I had the this thing originally touching, and it was dragging. So I had to set my 0 at 1.55 to get it corrected. You'll have to mess around with your settings, especially like me. This isn't the straightest piece of metal here. So on your plasma cutter, you're going to want to look at, we're working with mild steel here. This particular piece of steel is 16 gauge, so we want 40 psi with 30 amps for the cutter. This is for the LTP 5500D from Lotus. So again, you'll want to check your specs on whatever kind of plasma cutter you have. We'll go ahead and fire up the machine, and we're gonna give it a go, guys. Let's see if I can find my power button here. All right. We'll go down to 30 amps as it called for. We're already at basically 40 psi. We want the 2T. Air's going, air's going. So if everything is as it should, which we're hoping it is, no way of really knowing until we try it, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and run the job. Awesome, you guys, awesome. Let's get a good video of this. Look at that. Just awesome. I made a little yard sign. Very good cutting. My artwork, it actually followed my artwork pretty good. Very little slag. A little bit more in the tighter areas, as you can see here. Looks like my angle of cut is spot on. So the machine is really squared. So the only thing that happened during this run, and I've been having problems with this, and I may have to reorder another or make a 3D printed part. Let me get this. Is while it was cutting, and I didn't want to stop it, but while it was cutting, one of the rods from this side here kept falling out. So bearings are still in there, luckily, but we're gonna have to fix that. These things are basically as tight as they can be, but yet they're still having issues. So absolutely stoked with how that turned out, you guys. Now we got a little sign to put out front of the new mini fab shop. So again, DIY JD's Garage CNC plasma cutter. Very few issues I've had now that we got all the power situated in the new shop. So thanks for watching. I just wanted to bring you guys a new update on the plasma cutter. If you like the content, we're gonna be doing a lot of metal fabrication on the channel. Obviously cars, motorcycles, that type of stuff. But we do wanna get more into actual metal fab, CNC, CAD software. So we're gonna be kind of learning as we go. If you guys like the content, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for watching, guys.